we're going to say hello.
Hello, wait, hang on. There's a All right, we are live. Okay. All right, hi everyone. I am Saudi and
I'm Bernie.
yeah. So as fitness coaches, we constantly get questions from our clients on what we can eat and what food items are our bounds. We believe that no food should be forbidden and can be enjoyed with some clever tips.
Since this question always keeps popping up time and again, we decide to have some fun with it and create a video series called Can Eat Man.
And in each new episode, we will feature a different food item, share with you how to enjoy it while achieving your goals so that you can make an informed decision for yourself.
So we'll talk about each item and then 3 different ways to consume it, either fit it, swap it, or size it.
And from there, we will decide, and you will decide as well, whether you want to eat it or
don't eat it.
All right. Okay. So today we are actually going to talk about coffee, right?
Yep, that's right.
Okay. So let's take a look at our. So actually, I don't drink coffee, but you do, right?
Yeah. I love coffee. So for those who are joining us, just let us know if you are a coffee drinker or not, and whether you are a coffee lover or not. Okay. So if you are a coffee lover, please type coffee. Okay, and then for those who are just joining us or watching the this video, okay, if you find the information useful and curious about it, you want to share it with your friends, please click the like button and then also share it whether you're watching this on Facebook or on YouTube. All right, so I'll just jump straight into it. So this series is called Can Eat Man, but then today we are talking about coffee. It's a beverage, so it will be Can Drink Man instead. All right, yeah. So today I want to talk about coffee because I really love coffee. I have it almost every day, and actually, just a trivia, right? In this world, there are over 1 billion people drinking coffee all over the world. All right. Yeah. So so today very excited to talk about coffee. Okay, so let me know whether or not you like the Western kind of coffee, or are you like me who prefer the local kind of coffee, or as we call it fondly, coffee. Okay.
Actually, for whatever we're going to talk about today, right? It will apply to tea as well, right?
It will, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's just that we had a special request to do coffee, but then everything that we're gonna be talking about today, definitely it can apply to tea as well.
Yeah, because I don't drink coffee.
Yeah.
So whatever strategy we share with you today, actually you can use it for tea also.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get going.
All right. So let me go to my first slide. Okay, so we're gonna talk about fit it, sizing it, and swapping it. Okay, so today there will be the lines will be a little bit blurred. Okay, I will explain why as we go along. All right. So number 1, how do we fit it? Okay, so both whether or not you're talking about the local coffee or the Western kind, okay, they have their own version of black coffee, so like nothing in it, right? So for the Western one, it's either called like long black, but in local context, it's called kopi o kosong. Okay, so roughly, just as a gauge, that would be only 5 calories. Okay.
Yeah, that's very little.
Yeah, that's very little, right? So when you talk about coffee, actually, if you just take the black version with no sugar, it is actually very low calories, and you don't need to fret too much about it, right? Yeah. But then actually, what piles on the calories, what adds on to it, it's whatever you're adding to it. So the common things are sugar, your different types of milk, and then for the fancier ones, it will be like flavored syrup and things like that. So when we talk about frappuccinos, you have the Starbucks stuff, right? You have your vanilla, you have your caramel, you have all sorts. right? So that's what we are going to be focusing on. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to be talking about sugar first. All right, so for each teaspoon of sugar, you are going to be expecting to add on about 20 extra calories.
Wow.
Yeah, that's quite a fair bit, right? So if you in the local context, you know, in a usual cup, it can go up to about between 3 to 5.
Yeah, I always see the
uncle.
uncle's cook, right? Then he will just actually and it's not a teaspoon, it's just flinging the sugar into the cup.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where it gets a little bit dangerous, so to speak. Okay. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is what I wanna share is that actually the Health Promotion Board recommends that our sugar intake for a typical adult, the added sugar will be between 9 to 11 teaspoons. Okay, so before you get too happy, this is for the entire day, and it includes the added sugar in your other things as well. So not just beverages, even your food when you eat out. Very often the zi char, they also add sugar inside. Yeah. Okay, so just be conscious of that as you're ordering your drinks or your food. Okay. All right. So like I mentioned, you can ask for siu dai. Okay, so if you order, like say for me, if I order coffee tea, if I order siu dai, that will already cut 1.5 teaspoons of sugar off the drink. Okay, so for you, if you take tea, if you ask for siu dai, the uncle put about 1.5 spoonfuls less sugar lah. Okay, so that is less sugar, but of course, for some people who don't mind going absolutely without sugar, you can ask for kosong as well. Yeah. Okay, and the next way that we can fit it in is we've covered sugar, and now I'm going to talk about milk. Okay, so in the local context, is your kopi C has evaporated milk and your coffee has condensed milk. Okay, so that one doesn't have as much options to change. So it will be mainly the sugar that you're changing, that the amount of sugar that you're actually adjusting. But for
the evaporated milk is sweet also. So actually evaporated milk contains sugar. Yes, so that is why if I like my coffee or my tea milky, then the C is a better choice than the condensed milk, basically, because it doesn't contain extra sugar.
Correct. Yeah. So for the Western one, okay, you get to decide how much sugar you want to put in. So that's one good thing. And then depending on whether you're making your beverage at home, your coffee at home, or ordering it from Starbucks or wherever, you can either adjust the type of milk yourself, or you can request for it. Okay, so here on this slide, you can see that there are different types of milk. Okay, we are most familiar with the regular cow's milk.
Now I'm going to make this bigger because very small. So in case you want to see it.
Okay, so the regular cow's milk is about 150 calories, and then after that, you also have like options like skim milk, which will already make it 80 calories. And then you have plant-based milk, right? So your almond milk is about 40, soy milk 80. So rice milk, even though it's unsweetened, the calories can be quite high, right? And then you have your coconut as well. So when you're ordering your coffee, also take into consideration the different milk alternatives. Okay, so for example, if you are just used to getting your regular milk, right? Definitely you can also consider swapping it with that as well. So that's why I said that, you know, this one, the lines are a bit blurred whether it is fit it or swap it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So so for you, right, if you were to use this strategy for tea, would you choose to fit it?
Yes, because normally Okay, if you're talking about the so-called Western tea, usually I may ask for milk to add in, alright, okay. But if you're talking about the local tea, I like my tea milky, so I will usually choose the C, which is the evaporated milk version compared to the condensed milk version. Alright, so that is a very simple choice for me. In fact, my normal order if I ever drink tea will be a C also, which is basically the evaporated milk version without sugar. Yeah, so that was mine. Because I don't believe in wasting calories on beverages. Alright, I rather eat it rather than drink it. So to me, it's a very straightforward choice.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So for sure, I mean, I know there are people who cannot live without a coffee, including this one. All right. So for me, tea is really I can do with or without. But since it's something that you'll definitely be consuming regularly, then it will be good for you to consider how much additional calories is adding to your day. All right. Okay. So yeah, definitely fitting in, choosing the amount of sugar you put, and then the kind of the amount of milk or the kind of milk you're putting in as well. Right? Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to our next strategy. Okay, so our next strategy would be to swap it. All right, so this also spills over from what we mentioned earlier, because different types of coffee, it also has like different amounts of milk and different amounts of basically different types of amounts of milk. Okay, so if you look at this, this infographic actually that we found gives you a very good snapshot of roughly how many calories are in each different type of coffee. Okay, so for those who are going for your espresso, you can see that one shot is just about 3 calories. Okay, and it can go all the way up to 430 calories for your caramel macchiato or your caramel frappuccino. Okay, so you know the added caramel, the added syrup definitely spice it up.
This is no longer a coffee. It's like a dessert.
Yeah, so
it's like a dessert.
Yeah, so I mean, some people say it's actually a dessert with a tinge of coffee, lah. Yeah, right.
But I didn't know that mocha is so high. You know, mocha is 330.
Yeah, because mocha has chocolate. Yeah, that's why.
But I thought it's just chocolate powder, but it's not. I guess they add other things to make it sweet, right?
Correct. Yeah. Okay, so for those who are tuning in, if you will choose this strategy, okay, let us know what you drink now and whether or not you will actually swap it to a lower calorie option.
So for you, what do you normally drink?
Okay, so usually I go for the local coffee. Okay, but if I were to go for the so-called Western ones, I'll either choose latte or cappuccino. Yeah.
So latte is 165, cappuccino is 100.
Yeah. Okay, so that's for the Western ones. Let's have a look at the local ones. All right, so for those of you who actually take coffee, it's about 113 calories. For me, I take coffee C, which is around 90 calories. But going back to what we spoke earlier, I always ask for siu dai.
Yeah, so it's in between. Yeah. So kopi C is 90, kopi C kosong is 60, so siu dai is somewhere in between.
Yeah. So because they say siu dai is 1.5 teaspoons, right?
So it's about 30
calories off. So
20, I think about 20 less.
20 is 1.
I know, but then this one not accurate.
Okay lah. So 20 I will take off around 20 to 30 calories because I choose siu dai.
Yeah, correct.
All right. Okay,
so swap it. Swap it actually we already answered the question just now.
Yeah.
So like Bernie said, today is a bit blur because the fit it and swap it kind of like into it, because essentially when we talk about the coffee or the tea, the beverage, the tea itself or the coffee itself actually is negligible. It's really all about the added ingredients, whether it's the sugar or the milk, right? Yeah. So that's why fit it and swap it is kind of like blurry, right? But yeah, so I mean, like for me, very simple. I will swap it, like I mentioned. I will just have my basic kosong, which if you just assume, that tea is very similar to coffee, it's only 60 calories. Yeah. But of course, if it's OPO kosong or teh O kosong, even less, because the evaporated milk does add on some calories. Yeah. Okay.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
So the last.
All right, and of course the last option is to size it. Okay, so this one is really straightforward. So in the Starbucks, you have your tall, venti, and something.
Grande.
Yes.
Venti is the biggest one.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I have no idea.
Yeah, so the different sizes. Yeah. So even in the local coffee shop, right, the uncle will ask you
small.
大杯小杯, right? So you know the big cup or the small cup. All right, so
this one will apply if, say, for example, you really want your caramel cappuccino, for example.
Yeah.
Then you need to size it lah, right?
Yeah.
Instead of having the largest size, you just choose the smallest one, which in the Starbucks is called tall, right? The smallest one is called tall. I never understand it. Yeah. So yeah. So I mean, if you really want to choose a so-called higher calorie option for your coffee or tea, then what you want to do is to basically size it. Yeah, just opt for the lower one, or
even just share it, especially if you're going for the really sweet ones. Yeah.
Actually, this kind of apply. Actually, maybe we should do one episode for bubble tea. Yeah. This is like, I mean, right now we're talking about coffee. I just think, actually, bubble tea has a lot of so-called strategies you can. So bubble tea definitely can talk about sugar, we can talk about milk as well, but we can also talk about coffee. So, but essentially, if you do have a sweet tooth, you do like your beverages certain way, then size it will probably be one way you can work with. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So, size is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Will you use this?
I usually just ask for the regular. Anyway, so unless I'm really needing a job, then I might ask for a bigger one.
But that one is just take 2 shots of espresso.
Yeah, so right? I mean, I might actually upsize it, but then swap it to a coffee or kosong.
Yeah, really just a perk.
If it's just a perk,
yeah, it's just a perk. Yeah, right. So yeah, so pretty much for size it's quite straightforward. Of course, I might use this as well.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Okay. So this is definitely a very useful for. Okay. I mean, right now I won't really use this because I hardly even take it. But I know that some of you and many of you who do take it regularly. So
yes, Jasmine.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's definitely something to think about for sizing. All right. Okay. So pretty much that's all we have, right? Okay. So yeah. So if you found what we shared about for coffee or tea, for that matter, useful, please hit the like button and then share this with your friends who are in love with all these beverages as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then so next episode, I think maybe we should talk about bubble tea.
Yeah. Well, Jasmine has already requested for bubble tea.
There was a period of time. There was this period of time, right? I think I drink it like once a week maybe. But I know of people who actually have to have bubble tea every day. Right.
Really.
Okay. So, but bubble tea is a little bit unique as well in the sense it's not just about calories. They do contain the pearls and stuff. It's a whole show altogether. So we'll talk about it in the next episode.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So if you like our series, Can Eat Meh, or in this case Can Drink Meh, please show us some support. Let your friends know about it so that they can join us as well. So let's see whether there's any questions. All right. Okay. So questions.
Okay.
So we have a question from Jasmine. Yeah. Does drinking coffee before workout help in performance? Okay. So it depends on what you mean by performance. Are you talking about strength kind of exercise? Are you talking about endurance kind of exercise? There is so not really coffee per se, it's about caffeine. It's more about caffeine. Okay, it does have a little bit of a booster. We call it pre-workout, right? So the caffeine can be helpful pre-workout. It does kind of give you the oomph, kind of at the start. So I would say yes, there is some research that says that it can be helpful. Of course, you also want to bear in mind that the caffeine is diuretic, so it can dehydrate you, right? At the same time, it also increases your heart rate.
Yes.
Okay, so if you have any conditions, like if you have any heart conditions or even, yeah, basically heart conditions, then you want to be very careful about how much you're actually consuming, yeah, in terms of before workout and what kind of workout it is as well. All right, okay. Yeah, okay, so that's the main question. Okay, if any other questions, feel free to drop it. If you're not catching us live, if you're just doing a follow up, catch up, feel free to just drop in the questions as well. We'll try our very best to answer them. All right, okay. So, coffee time?
Yeah.
We forgot to make coffee and drink in front of them today. Yeah. So anything you can show them your favorite coffee brand. Never mind, it's okay.
That one I never included the instant coffee.
Yeah.
It's a whole separate.
Yeah, why you never include the coffee? Some people drink instant coffee. But anyway, so that's it for today's episode. We hope you enjoy it, and then we will see you next Sunday. All right. So see you next week for the next episode of Can Eat Meh. Okay, bye bye.